This movie. Hi everybody, Anthony here from Awesome Anthony Productions, and today I'm going to give you my review of the latest film from Osgood Perkins, a detective horror thriller. But before we get started, you know exactly what to do. At the end of the video, if you think I've earned it, please leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss any of my new reviews. It really helps out the channel. Now let's get into it. Longlegs stars Micah Monroe as Lee Harker, an FBI agent with a mysterious past that is put onto the Longlegs case, a case involving family slayings all over the US, with just one note written in code left behind every single time, with the only English word on there being Longlegs, named after a creepy as hell Nicolas Cage, though there's been no physical evidence of him being there in any of the slayings. With the help of her partner, Agent Carter, no, not that Agent Carter, played by Blair Underwood, Lee will race against the clock to find Longlegs and put a stop to him before the next family is found dead. Let me just start by saying that if you're interested in this movie, do yourself a favor and try to avoid all marketing and reactions online. Don't look right! Keep your eyes shut! But still watch this review. We're in the age of constant online hype and discourse over every new horror film, or every new film in general, and the amount of people I've seen after I saw this movie saying that it was too hyped for them and that they left disappointed made me kind of sad. Because I really enjoyed this movie, and I'm lucky enough to have avoided pretty much everything going in and have pretty managed expectations, so it kind of blew me away.
I am blown away right now.
Just the tone here is enough to have you feeling a sense of dread throughout this entire runtime. Outside of maybe one or two moments of levity, this just feels dark and heavy, but never to the point where it gets like too dark to where it feels kind of goofy, thankfully. And when you pair that with the truly effective puzzle of this crime mystery here, you get an unforgettable experience that honestly brought me back to the first time I watched Silence of the Lambs or Seven.
What's in the box? What's in the box? Seven? Yeah, I'm the jerk.
And the slow burn nature of this movie combined with the excellent pacing leave the whole thing feeling very rewarding, even if it is an hour and 45-minute exercise in dread.
Now I'm depressed.
To get a little bit more specific about what works here, let me start with the cast. Blair Underwood is a good partner for Micah Monroe's character, and he offers a stern yet sympathetic presence for her. But when his stress starts to boil over, or he's clearly very frustrated with the way the case is going, Underwood flexes those chops a bit, and I was totally here for it. Speaking of Micah Monroe, I've really enjoyed her work ever since she came on the scene. Yeah, she's done a couple of stinkers like Independence Day Resurgent or that shitty Chloe Moretz teen movie, The Fifth Wave, I think. But from the slick and mean-spirited The Guest, and the original and chilling It Follows, to the incredibly underseen villains, and now this, I really think that Micah Monroe was born for horror.
You were born for this.
I've also seen people online saying that they think her presence here is wooden and one note, and I couldn't disagree more. Instead of being a scream queen or a comedian or a final girl, she's a hardened, closed-off, traumatized FBI agent that I think pulls it off very well, quietly observing things or collecting evidence until things start to get very intense or scary for her, and we see that vulnerable, terrified side of her come out. By the end of the movie, I was fully wrapped up in her character and her performance. But she's not the standout here. No. That's
Nicolas freaking Cage, okay?
Nick Cage has had both a lot of hits or misses in his career, and if you've seen Community, you know that that's a hot topic of whether or not he's actually a good actor.
Oh, yeah!
But personally, I've always thought of him as a great actor, and recently I've been so on board for his foray into horror, especially Mandy. That movie's a masterpiece, and I've gone back and watched it several times a year since it came out. Anyway, Nick Cage has had a lot of movies where he's giving truly fantastic performances. I think his performance here is one of his best in his entire career.
That's high praise indeed.
He portrays this completely psychotic, antisocial freak almost effortlessly, and combined with the fact that the film tries to hide him for most of the runtime, it makes him even more effective and creepy. For a lot of the movie, you really only see his face in glimpses or from very far away, but from his intro, you can feel the dread, creep factor, and just predatory nature of him from the second that he steps on screen.
Guys, I'm scared. I'm really scared.
His mannerisms and the way he talks get under your skin with just how unhinged it is, especially when he's talking to somebody he thinks is a potential victim. And the way his face looks like it's either been beaten into a pulp at some point in his life or just given a lot of botched plastic surgery, it adds an uncanny valley layer to his performance too, which just ups that creep factor for me. And when this movie finally leads up to an interrogation, Nicolas Cage gives a truly spine-chilling monologue. I hope he gets honored with some awards for this, but who knows? It's always a crapshoot on whether or not the year's best horror movies will even get talked about during awards season, so we'll see. So yeah, this cast is great, even outside of the main three I mentioned, with Kiernan Shipka having a small but pivotal role, and Alicia Witt having a truly unhinged role as Agent Harker's mother. Moving on from the cast, I have to really give it up to all the technical departments here. Osgood Perkins' direction is just top notch. The performances are raw and real, the story is told expertly, and everything comes together damn near perfectly. The cinematography and camera movement are both so beautiful, but they never take away from the creep factor here. And they show real restraint, holding back from showing us the scary part until like the last possible second, allowing you to start to fill in the blanks with your imagination and wait for a great payoff.
That was worth it.
The color and the way it interacts with the story offers a lot of depth here too. And I love the switch to a 4:3 aspect ratio whenever we have like a creepy flashback or they intercut some scary imagery. Which, by the way, is a testament to the editors and how good of a job they do, because not only is this movie paced very well considering the slow burn nature of the story, but it has those quick insert shots of creepy imagery that's usually a pretty annoying part of lesser horror movies, just trying to get a quick, cheap reaction from the audience, but they do it effectively here somehow, which was insane to me. The score here by Zildjian is also incredibly effective, playing up the dread that consumes this entire movie in chilling ways that keep you on the edge of your seat the entire time. I could keep going on and on and on about what I love about this movie, but just do yourself a favor and go check it out and see what surprises it holds, because the mystery and the payoff here is truly worth the price of admission. Ultimately, this is a dread-inducing, brilliantly crafted serial killer horror thriller with a career best performance from Nicolas Cage, supported by a strong cast including Micah Monroe and Blair Underwood, an unwavering, extremely dark tone that never goes over the top, a layered, slow-burn mystery with a jaw-dropping payoff, expert cinematography, editing, and pacing, and a skin-crawling score to top it all off. And that's my review of Longlegs. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this review, you know what to do. I said it earlier. Please leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss any of my new reviews. It really helps out the channel with the YouTube algorithm. While you're at it, you can scroll down in the description, find the links to my socials, leave a comment, let me know if you saw this movie and what you thought, and if you want more of my content, you can click or tap on these cards right here. They'll take you to my review of Vaccine, or just over to my channel where you can check out the rest of my reviews and my shorts. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time for my review of Fly Me to the Moon.